Started. Aaron Olson, Neenah Police Chief. We're here today because we are saddened by a senseless act of violence that happened last night in our city. Our hearts go out to the victim's family. Because of this senseless act, we have one less citizen in the city, and we at the police department are not going to stand for this kind of violence in the city. Our investigators are going to work tirelessly to make sure that this person is taken into custody and put behind bars. This is not a city where people can come in and conduct violence on our citizens. Our investigators are working tirelessly to make sure that this person is taken into custody. It's senseless. We're saddened. On behalf of the mayor, the police department, and the city, we will not stand for this kind of violence in the city of Neenah. To the citizens, please remain vigilant. This person is armed. If you see anything suspicious, do not confront this person or any person with a weapon. If you see somebody with a weapon, that's where you need to call 911. If it's suspicious activity, then you call our non-emergency police number at 920-886-6000. But again, to our citizens, be vigilant, but do not approach anyone that you believe is suspicious. Contact the police department, and we will come as soon as we can. If you're a witness or if you have any information on this, you can call the 911 or our non-emergency number or Crime Stoppers at 920-231-8477. And again, here at the Neenah Police Department, we'd rather be called and not needed than needed and not called. So for the citizens, please call us if you see anything suspicious. And again, we are saddened by this senseless act of violence. The police department will do everything we can do to make sure this person is taken into custody, and hopefully we can do this very, very soon. Our investigators are following up on leads both in person and through technology. They've been working a very long time, and they're going to continue working for a very long time to make sure they follow up on every viable lead that they can today and tomorrow and so on. And again, this is senseless. Our hearts go out to the victim's family, and we'll do everything that we can to make sure that this suspect is taken into custody. So we have time for just a few questions, if anyone has any questions.
Is there any video, surveillance video that was taken either inside the bar or maybe from a camera as you left the bar somewhere in the city?
And the question is, are there any video cameras? And yes, there are video cameras in the bar. There are video cameras in homes from things like Ring doorbell and other cameras. So our investigators are following up on all of those technology leads. They've been working a lot with the cameras, and hopefully those technologies will lead to a helpful arrest on this.
Do you intend to release any of that?
That we will not do yet. That'll be further later, not today or tomorrow, but maybe at some point. I'm not sure yet.
Do you believe this person to be a local, or do you believe he just made a stop, he's out of town, and maybe fled Milwaukee or Chicago or something?
The question is, do we believe this person's local? And at this time, there's no way for us to know.
Did the shooting occur all inside, or did it spill outside?
It's right now, I'm not able to verify that. I don't want to release anything on that yet because I don't want to be wrong. There's a lot of evidence that they're still going through, and before I give that information, I just want to make sure that I'm 100% correct before I release the information.
Was robbery the clear motive?
Go ahead.
Can you give how many shots were fired? Do you know that, or a range of shots? I mean, were there one, was there 10?
So there were multiple shots. Again, I don't want to give specific information because I don't want to be wrong. It could be 4, it could be 5, but again, it was multiple shots. Question?
Do you know how many money was actually taken?
This was an armed robbery that turned into shootings. I'm not sure how much money was taken, but money was taken.
Did the suspect, any idea why he was shot?
That we do not know. Our investigators are working on that with the witnesses and the cameras, and hopefully we'll know that soon.
Do you have a description of the suspect?
Officer Stu, do we have the description?
Just what was released in the
Sorry.
press release.
I know it's a pretty vague description. Are we going to get
Unfortunately, just because of the time of night and the video clarity, we can't give any further descriptions yet. We don't want to give out bad information. What we have in the first press release is what we have at this point. But if that changes, we'll definitely let the media and the public know.
At this time, does it appear as if the victim was trying to react to the situation? Was he trying to prevent money from changing hands, anything like that?
Again, I can't say yet. I'm not 100% sure.
Were you in contact with Neenah Schools about their decision to remain open today?
Yes, I actually, through text message this morning, I was around 4 or 5 in the morning, and based on the nature of the event, we did not feel that there was a safety issue for the kids at schools, just based on the nature of the event.
Chief, how many people were inside the bar at the time?
That I do not know yet. I'm not sure.
And I'm assuming the weapon wasn't recovered at this point? Or
I can't release that information yet. Unfortunately, I cannot release that.
As far as the patron goes, was he known by the bartenders or by other patrons within the establishment?
I can't give out the citizen's name, but he was somebody who was a local citizen here in Neenah.
Do you anticipate, when would you anticipate releasing that name?
The name will be released tomorrow, and we will release that through a press release that will be sent to the media and also put on our social media page.
but you are confirming it was a Neenah man?
It was a Neenah man, yes.
Are you saying anything about his age range or anything like that?
No, I can't. We'll put out that tomorrow.
And if you could just state again, what would you advise the public to do in a similar situation when you're done?
So, in any armed robbery, your money is not as important as your life. Not saying that the victim intervened in any way, but if you're in the same situation, just hand over the money. If that's what it is, hand over whatever the person wants. Comply. Be mindful of getting descriptions of the person: hair color, race, height, weight, what they're wearing, any tattoos, when they leave, direction of travel. So those things are much more important to us. We don't want to have any more victims for any kind of situation. If it's an armed robbery or whatever the situation is, just be cognizant of what's going on. Try to remember everything you can, and that'll be helpful to our detectives.
We heard something about several games where they're doing concerts for charity. Do you think that played any role in why this place was targeted?
We can't say for sure.
Was it a Pat bar at the time? in full safety?
I'm not sure. Again, just to wrap up, we're saddened by this loss of the citizen. We're not going to stand for this kind of violence in the city of Neenah, and we are going to do everything we can to make sure this person is brought to justice.